The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Tanya Chapman. I am an event logistics coordinator at ASTA, and I will be the organizer for today's presentation. We are happy to welcome today's presenter, Dupree Smith, Senior Manager of National Trade from the Bahamas Tourist Office. Before we get started, I'd like to point out a few important features on your screen that will allow you to interact with us via the web. We will be answering your questions at the end of the presentation. To ask a question, you will use your GoToWebinar pane. Near the bottom of this pane is an area that says questions. If you click on the arrow next to where it says questions, it will open up a window pane. This is what you will use to communicate with us. If you're having trouble hearing the presentation, please make sure your speakers are turned on. If you called in, try hanging up and dialing back in. You can send me any technical issues via the questions pane and I will try to answer them. I will respond to you via the same pane. Also in this pane, there is an area labeled handouts. This is where you will be able to download a PDF copy of today's presentation. Please be sure to download this PDF, which includes contact information before the webinar is ended, as it will be the only time it is accessible. Please also note that all audience members are muted. We certainly want to hear from you, but we have so many people on the call that the background noise would be prohibitive, and we want to ensure that everyone can hear the entire presentation. Remember, one of today's webinar attendees will win a complimentary 2-night stay at the SLS Bahamas, inclusive of a $200 food and beverage credit and airport transfers. We will announce the winner live after the Q&A session. Finally, remember this webinar is being recorded and will be available on demand viewing at asta.org by early next week. Now let's get started. It is my pleasure to introduce Dupree.
Thank you, Tanya, for that introduction. And I want to say thank you to Kara and Kelly as well with ASTA. And I want to say welcome and a special thank you to my ASTA family of travel advisors. Like Tanya indicated, my name is Dupree Smith, and I am the Senior Manager for the National Trade Department with the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, better known as the Bahamas Tourist Offices. And I want to talk to you today about getting certified in all things Bahamas. And so first we have to talk about my Bahamas, our Bahamas first. So the Bahamas at a glance, what is it? It's 16 major islands that's right off the coast of Florida with unique hotel property, unique experiences, unique activities in each of these islands to be had. So what are some of the entry requirements in today's time, especially to get into the islands of the Bahamas? I wanted to highlight and specifically talk about that so you'd be able to communicate that effectively with your clients. And so the updated entry travel protocols, of course, fully vaccinated travelers traveling to the Bahamas are required to obtain a negative PCR or antigen test no more than 5 days prior to travel. Unvaccinated travelers 12 and up are required to obtain a negative PCR test, also 5 days prior to travel. Children under the age of 2 are exempt. Travelers from ages 2 to 11 are required to present that negative PCR antigen test, like I said, no more than 5 days prior. All travelers are required to fill out an electronic travel health visa, and I have the URL listed there as travel.gov.bs for that electronic visa. So vaccinated travelers, what do we mean by that? Vaccinated means you received your vaccine and you had the 2-week immunity period before travel. Some of the accepted vaccines that we accept, of course, Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, and Johnson & Johnson. So all applicants must upload their CDC official vaccination cards for verification. All right, so let's talk about some of the airlift. Really excited to talk about this because the islands of the Bahamas, we have great nonstop airlift opportunities from a lot of major cities throughout the US, whether you're on the East Coast, the West Coast, or in the South. There's some airlift opportunities available for you. For instance, we have a direct airlift from Atlanta with Delta that goes to Naughty Eleuthera, Exuma, and Eleuthera. We just introduced some new services that I'm proud to talk about with Frontier Airlines from Newark, New Jersey, from Philadelphia, and also from Orlando. So Frontier is introducing those 3 gateways, new service, new ways for you and your clients to get to the Bahamas. If you're in Texas, like I am, you have 3 good options. You have United in Houston, You have American in Dallas, and you have the new service from American Airlines in Austin that we're excited about as well. So new service continually to come. Look out for it in your major cities. And that just makes it more easier for your clients to get to our beautiful destination. What else is new? We're also offering some Crystal Cruises Serenity packages from the islands of the Bahamas. You guys may have heard about the historic home porting of the Royal Caribbean, making it easier to take the Royal Caribbean cruises directly from Nassau and from the islands of the Bahamas. So great new cruise options as well. So let's talk about Nassau, Paradise Island, and some of the hotel options there. There's what I pride myself on and pride about the islands of the Bahamas is our product mix. We have something for everyone. So whether it's the Grand Hyatt Bahama or the Bahama in general, it's the largest resort in the Bahamas. It has a total of 2,200 rooms. There's 3 distinct brands located in this one hotel property. You have the Grand Hyatt, the SLS, and the Rosewood. There's a 100,000 square foot modern casino, the largest in the Caribbean. There's a Jack Nicklaus design golf course that's just simply amazing, 18 holes. The resort is on the world famous Nassau's Cable Beach. So if you remember that from back in the day, you're quite familiar about this breathtaking beach that the Bahamas sits on. And there's over 40 world famous restaurants located on property. Moving right along to one of Nassau's newest resorts, is located steps away from the famous Junkanoo Beach and downtown Nassau. The resort features 2 towers, 300 rooms, including 68 breathtaking ocean view suites. It's also ideal for groups as well, guys. It has 40,000 square foot of indoor-outdoor meeting space. One of my newest favorite resorts on the island. It has a Great Cliff Sky Lounge at the top of the resort. Just amazing, amazing experience. All right, moving right along to this beautiful adult-only all-inclusive is the upscale Warwick Paradise Island. Steps away from the Atlantis, but it features multiple restaurants, 24-hour service, complimentary shuttles to the beach, and an award-winning spa and beauty facility. So one of my favorites, all-inclusive, adult-only, 18 and over, and just an amazing property to be experienced. Great views of the Nassau Harbor. They have a boardwalk on the property as well. So one of my favorite adult-only all-inclusive properties on the island of Nassau. So I know a lot of you are familiar with Atlantis, rich history in the Bahamas. Mega Resort is on 154 acres, of course, a world-class casino, golf course, the largest water park and aquarium in the Caribbean. Are just absolutely amazing and breathtaking. It features 5 distinct hotels. You have the Royal, the Beach, the Coral, the Cove, and the Reef. Are all different parts of the Atlantis. You also have the Harborside Atlantis as well for your yachting options, and just an amazing, amazing resort with great dining options as well. One of my favorite tidbits to share with people is that it also has the Club Crush, which is a kids themed nightclub that you or your clients can take advantage of. So something for you and your kids to do at the world famous beautiful Atlantis. All right.
I think what people are looking for more so now in a travel experience is to actually share in the country that they're visiting. Whenever you invite people into your home, it says a lot. We as a people, we do it regularly. It's usual for us.
Well, the People to People program is intended to put locals together with visitors. You're meeting somebody face to face. You include the visitor in your life, in the things you would normally do.
What it allows them to do is to really be able to share and get a better perspective of what it's like.
Food, that's always the main part of any Bahamian get-together.
I say Bahamians love any excuse for a party.
I think that relationships are built, even in that short space of time, you build a relationship with the people that you get to meet and speak with. I think eating with someone is always very, very powerful.
if we did not have the people to people program, I shudder to think of the number of tourists who would come here and get perhaps a shallow experience.
So Mrs. Whitfield said it best, guys. This is an amazing opportunity that I want to talk about a little bit. It's called the People to People program. We're the first country in the world to introduce this. It's a free program, first and foremost, where we pair the visitor with a local. So if you have a client that's a nurse, for example, during his or her visit, we will pair them with a local Bahamian nurse just to enrich the experience, like Ms. Whitfield said, and to give them another perspective on the destination. And this is available for a broad cross-section of industries: pilots, doctors, divers, whatever industry you are in, we'll find a way to pair you with a local Bahamian that does that. And like I said, it's a free service, it's complimentary, and it's just something to expand your clients' things they experience in the islands of the Bahamas. So moving right along to the beautiful island of Grand Bahama. So great things to do on Grand Bahama, whether it's kayaking or the Jeep Adventure Tours is one of my favorites. They also have the Sands Bear Distillery that you can check out in Grand Bahama, the Perfume Factory, and a couple of other unique activities. But I wanted to talk about some of the amazing resorts, real quickly highlight two of them that we could focus on. The first is the Viva Wyndham Fortuna. It's absolutely my favorite all-inclusive in the destination. It's breathtaking, family-friendly. It has 274 rooms that spread out over 26 acres of amazing beachfront property. The free amenities include a trapeze, tennis courts, kayaking, snorkeling, windsurfing, and is one of the only all-inclusives in the destination that you can receive your PADI certification while staying. An amazing all-inclusive, family-friendly resort located on the beautiful island of Grand Bahama, and someplace I'll encourage you to send your clients that is looking for that family-friendly, all-inclusive experience. Moving right along, we have the Grand Lucayan Lighthouse Point. So another beautiful resort, very well acquainted, absolutely beautiful. It's on a 7.5 acre stretch, white sand beach. It's located right across from the shopping facilities of downtown Freeport, Lucayan. It's also has 196 rooms, including 6 oceanfront suites and great restaurants and amenities. And because of its location, we're located right across the street from the Port Lucaya, where you can go and check out the restaurants, the activities, and do some shopping as well. All right, so let's talk about the out island experience. This is what makes the Bahamas so special, guys, is we have these multiple islands, like I said in the beginning of the presentation, that offers these multiple experiences, things to do, places to stay, and they all have their own unique characteristics. So we call the out islands someplace special. So the first out island experience I want to talk about is located in the Exumas. And as you may be aware, the Exumas are the home of our world famous swimming pigs. The Sandals Emerald Bay gives you close access to that. It's on 500 lush tropical acres, white powdery sand beach, 3 pools, an impressive half-acre zero entry pool. It's just amazing. It actually has a fire pit in the middle of it. It has a Jack Nicklaus design golf course as well. It has the world-renowned Red Lane Spa that uses authentic Bahamian botanicals and other things to incorporate in your spa experience. And so just an amazing resort, like I said, that's in close proximity to the world-famous swimming pigs. So if that's something you and your client is interested in, Sandals definitely offers that as an adult all-inclusive as well. Moving right along to the beautiful island of Harbor Island in Eleuthera, world-famous Harbor Island. You may have heard about it with the pink sand beach, one of the only pink sand beaches in the world. So this hotel gives you close proximity and access to that. It's called the Valentine's Resort and Marina. This ultra luxury resort is on the backdrop, like I said, of the beautiful Harbor Island in Eleuthera. The resort boasts 39 ultra luxury suites and 1 and 2 bedroom suite amenities. It also has full kitchens and a junior suite, which a kitchenette, and it has the largest marina in the out islands with over 50 slips available. So great resort if you have that boating client, and great amenities and accommodations as well to go with that. So let's talk quickly about some of the on-island experiences you can have. That's what makes the Bahamas special as well. So whether they're visits at our national park and gardens, or city tours, or the world-renowned Great Cliff that does the hand-rolled cigars on property, has the chocolatier factory, also has some amazing wine, or the fish fry, also known as awaki, where Bahamians like to hang and grab some food from local vendors, whether it's your red snapper or your conch salad or your grouper or any of the local delicious native seafood. We have the food walking tour as well. That's just amazing. The Bahamian true Bahamian food tour is one that must be experienced. John Watlin's Rum Distillery offers a tour, great experience as well. And I spoke about the People to People program earlier in my presentation. We would be remiss without talking about water activities. That's what makes the Bahamas special as well. We're surrounded by water, of course. So whether you want to go underwater sculpture diving, like you're seeing on my video right here to the right, or you just want to go snorkeling at the world famous Stewart's Cove, where parts of Flipper and Into the Blue were shot, or you want to do scuba diving, deep sea fishing, or sailing, they're all available in the islands of the Bahamas. And we have some great excursion operators that can provide world-class experiences for you and your clients. Ground transportation is abundant. We have taxi, limousine services. We have car rentals, companies that provide airport transfers, and we have public bus transportation as well. So getting around the islands of the island of Nassau is really simple and easy to do. So what's new? Let's talk about the BEATS program. This gives you guys an opportunity as professionals, or if you're a student, to have a one-year visa to stay in the islands of the Bahamas. Really quick, really simple. Just wanted to share this with you guys in case anyone is interested in working remotely from the islands of the Bahamas. Now, let's get quickly into the grits of everything, which is the Bahama Specialist Program. We've recently relaunched this program in May of this year. So completely retooled it, made it more interactive, made it more fun, made it easier for you to share parts of the program to your clients to help them make the decision. Also made it easier for you to report your bookings. And then we want to use this as an opportunity to pick who we're going to take on familiarization trips and other experiences that we're going to implement here soon. So, like I said, comprehensive digital training resource, real-time hotel directory. I indicated it was mobile friendly, that you can share multimedia across various platforms. It's available on iOS and the Google Play stores, so readily available for any of your tablet or devices. It has the promote and sell sections of the program, and that just allows you to access our travel trade social media pages. And like I said, access that multimedia, whether it's images or video, and share them with prospective clients just to make their decision-making process that easier. I talked about the Bahamas Rewards Program. That's integrated into the Bahamas Specialist Program. We're already pumping out monthly rewards. We're going to introduce quarterly rewards coming up here very soon. And also, annual prizes and giveaways will be incorporated, authentic Bahamian prizes and giveaways. So we're looking at stuff that, bucket list experiences that you really would want to have. You also get an opportunity, though, to earn your continuing education units for completing the program. And like I said earlier, become eligible for our signature Bahamas familiarization trips that's launching this fall. So the only way you can be a part of those trips is, of course, to commit to completing the specialist program. So, like I said, the National Trade Department of the Ministry of Tourism offers this unique toolbox of travel trade resources. Bahama Specialist Program, I indicated the rewards program, but we also have virtual expos that we're going to launch. We have the travel agent section of Bahamas.com that has all your travel agent updates and news. We also have our Bahamas virtual farm program. So if you're not able to do the in-person farm trip experiences with us, we do have a virtual option that you can complete as well. Yeah, we also introduced our Bahamas on-demand farm program. And what this does is, for agents that want to take those self-curated farm trip experiences, maybe just them or a few agents from their travel agencies, what we would do is offer some unique components to qualified agents to help expand that experience. So whether it be complimentary transfers from the airport, or a dining experience at the Great Cliff would be some added value we would add to those on-demand farm experiences being curated by travel agents on their own. So a quick touch on the destination deals and offers. You know, Margaritaville has some great rates for long-term stays. The Rosewood Bahama is introducing a complimentary night when you book 5 nights or more. Sandals is up to 65% off, and the Ocean Club is introducing a 4th night free. So also, I would like my travel advisor family to get social with us. We have travel advisors specific social media channels, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And you could just use these to stay updated with what we're doing in the market, hotel updates, and relevant travel trade updates as well. So I would love you guys to follow us on those social channels. And with that being said, I want to say thank you for everyone that joined us today. I hope you gleaned a lot of information from what I presented. We also have an exciting offer that Tanya talked about, we'll talk about earlier. And I don't know if, Tanya, you want me to talk about it a little bit, or I'll just leave it for you to mention.
You can go ahead and talk about it, and then I will announce our winner at the end.
All right. So what we're going to do, guys, is the first step, the prize is a 2-night stay at the beautiful SLS Bahama. Just an amazing 2-night stay. It also includes the $200 in food and beverage credits and free transfers from the airport. So in order to qualify, the first thing you have to do is be on the webinar with us. And I think we have 175 folks that have done that so far. The next step would be to complete the Bahamas Specialist Program, register and complete it. And then at that point, we would choose a winner based on those criteria. So over to you, Tanya, and thank you again for the opportunity.
Thank you. All right, we have some questions from our advisors. Our first question, do you suggest that the travel advisor sets up the people-to-people or the traveler?
I suggest, great question. It can be done either way, but I suggest you do it for your client, and it's very easy to do. The link is on our website, Bahamas.com. So you just look for the people-to-people link. Very easy to set up. But I would recommend that you do it for your client. And I think the added value and experience that he or she would have would just pay in dividends. I really do.
Perfect. Thank you. Our next question, is people-to-people doable for a cruise passenger?
Great question. It is doable for a cruise ship passenger, but it would depend on how long your port stop is. So if your port stop is only a few hours, maybe not. I think if you at least have a day, you could be able to facilitate that. And our people-to-people department, because we have a whole department within the Bahamas Tourist Office just dedicated to that, would be able to facilitate it. But I think you would need at least a day in the destination to make it happen.
How is the people-to-people program accessed?
It's accessed on Bahamas.com. So you would go to Bahamas.com and you would search people-to-people program, and a link request would come up for you to put in that request to access it.
All right. Our next one, is the food tour easily accessible to those who are physically challenged?
Great question. Physically challenged, I think you may have a challenge doing it, because the premise of the food tour is you're going to about 8 to 10 different restaurants in downtown Nassau. So it's some walking involved, and you're basically sampling the native Bahamian cuisine, and then also getting some recipes that you can take back with you on how to cook it. So it is some walking involved. So if you're challenged in that regard, then I would contact the organizers and do some specific research that way.
Thank you. How do we sign up for the Bahama Specialist Program?
You sign up for the Bahama Specialist Program by going to the URL www.bahamasagents.com, and that URL gives you access to the registration page and takes you straight into the program.
And then our last question, are there good options for booking home rentals on some of the smaller islands?
That's a great question. There actually are good options. We do have a partnership, the Islands of the Bahamas, with Airbnb. So you can actually use that site, of course, put in the specifics, and they'll give you some great home rental options in the Islands of the Bahamas through Airbnb.
Perfect.
So yes, they are.
All right. Thank you. Again, please be sure to download this presentation from the handout section of your GoToWebinar pane before we end today. Now it is time for a very anticipated complimentary 2-night stay at the SLS Bahamas winter drawing. Drum roll, please. Bobby Carey. Congratulations, you are a lucky winner and I'll be reaching out to you via email shortly. As I mentioned, this webinar was being recorded, so if you would like to listen to the presentation again, it will be available to ASTA members at asta.org. Thank you to our partners at the Bahamas Tourist Office and all of you who joined us for today's webinar. This will conclude today's presentation, and we hope everyone has a wonderful afternoon.
A great afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much.
Thank you.